Um, Hi, Ma.
Hi,
So,
how are you?
I just wanted to ask a little bit about growing up in the Philippines. What was that like?
Oh, when I
What would be the earliest memory you had in the Philippines?
the earliest memory in the Philippines,
Yeah,
like when I was a child
yeah.
or
Anytime
adult.
actually. Like,
Oh, memories.
wh-
The memorable memories I have is like when our dad always take all of us on summer at in Quezon for a vacation, and we go swim there all day long till we got sunburned
was
with
this
my
was this
cousins.
a river or like a
It's a
lake?
sea
Oh, the
by the sea,
ocean.
the ocean.
Oh, in Quezon
Yeah, in
City.
Quezon. No, no, Quezon province.
Oh, Quezon
City is
province.
different. Yeah,
It's gonna move
that's
that.
our fun times, and we eat fresh fish. We always have picnic there with
Wow.
everybody, bonding time with my cousins. Yeah,
How would you travel there?
how to travel
Yeah, what was the
from the
yeah,
Philippines?
what was the traveling like? Like you guys traveled from Manila to
Oh,
Quezon?
yeah, we go Manila to Quezon, and my dad drives us there. We borrow a jeepney or one of the jeep of my auntie, and we drove there, and we stayed there maybe like a couple of weeks with my grandma, because it's really a province there. The houses are built of nipa huts long time ago. That was 1960s, I guess.
1960s.
Yeah,
That's
it was fun. Yeah.
wow. What is how do you spell Nipa?
NIP as in Poland, and A.
And that's called a Nipa hut.
Nipa hut,
So what is that?
HUT.
Is that like palm trees?
Yeah, it's made of palm trees. Their rooftops, and also the ceilings and the side. This, what do you call this? The building. It's made of that. It's really a province thing.
Wow.
But now it's not there anymore. It's
Yeah.
already modernized. But during our times there, it's really like really what we call a province way of living, peaceful and quiet.
Yeah, like there's no
No
electricity
Yeah,
whatsoever.
that's what we like. There's no electricity. We came from Manila with lots of lights, and down there's no lights.
Wait, so
We had
how would
fun.
you travel there? Like in the 60s then?
Uh,
Would it
we,
be they had jeepneys
they
or
had jeepneys, yeah.
in the 60s?
Yeah, just jeepneys alone.
I heard the jeepneys were a wartime vehicle.
That was long time ago. That was
Like
during the war.
it was a
19 Yeah,
US military jeep. Is that
yeah,
right?
yeah. The 1940s or 45. Yeah,
Oh, in the 40s, that's when the war was going on.
yeah, 40, 41 up to 44. That's World War Two.
World War II.
44, 45. Yeah.
How were you? Do you remember anything about the war?
I wasn't born.
Oh,
I
you weren't
was
born yet. Oh, you were born in
54.
54.
Yeah, 50s.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, you guys would travel in a jeepney. That would like
Mm-hmm.
you guys rented it.
Yeah. Sometimes my dad borrows the jeepney of my aunt,
Mm-hmm.
or if we don't, we use the bus. Like pay our fare to use the bus or the jeepneys just to go in Quezon. But a
Oh,
lot
cool.
of times we borrowed my aunt's jeepney.
And that would be just the whole family, or would you have like
Just the whole family.
brothers and sisters,
Yeah.
cousins, or
No, it's just us, my mom, my dad, and then the six of us.
yeah?
You know, it's really fun. We always look forward for that every year.
So it was every like summer when you're
Yeah,
done
May.
with
Yeah,
school in May,
yeah.
and then you just had a bunch of family in Quezon.
Yeah.
Like how many huts were there? Like
Oh my gosh. My mom has 7 siblings, so 7 of them, 7 nipa hats.
7 nipa huts.
Yeah, so we like it there. It's really fresh air, and but now it's not. It's totally different. When I went back home, I was
Yeah.
surprised. It's like a modern city now. No more nipa hats.
Oh, the last time you went,
Yeah.
which was what year?
This couple of years ago, 2018.
Oh,
Yeah.
so it went from nipa
Yeah.
hut to industrial.
Builder. Yeah, industrial.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so when you visited Quezon, what kind of food were you guys eating over there?
Oh, it's lots of fresh fish. Vegetables. Some meat, but more on fish.
Mostly fish,
Yeah.
fishing and
Seafood,
from
yeah.
the seafood.
Yeah.
So what was their like main way of living?
Oh, it's to there's a lot of coconut trees there, so they do copra. Copra is that dried coconut where they sell to other people. Yeah, that's their means of livelihood, selling coconuts.
Selling coconut,
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
they
and
would.
they are also fishermen. Like their fishermen's is by the sea.
Yeah.
So they there's a lot of fishermen there. We have fresh fish all the time.
Were they using like a form of money, or was it
When you
like,
buy stuff?
or were they trading, like bartering, like the coconuts for something, or were they
Oh,
actually
money. It's
selling
money.
it for money
Selling it for money.
to the other provinces or
Yeah,
other people
different
around the
other
area?
people around the area.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
yeah. They use copra for like, they make it like sometimes charcoal or make like wine. You know the alcohol thing.
Mm-hmm.
They call the tuba. They use that too.
Toba. What is
Tuba.
toba?
It's like I think it's 90 to 100% alcohol.
Oh.
They call it tuba. Tuba.
So they sell alcohol and
Mm,
they
they
made the
make
coconut
Yeah,
alcohol.
alcohol. Yeah.
So what's the other popular alcohol in the Philippines?
I think that's the only thing.
No, there's another name like toba and
Tuba. I forgot. It's in the. I will let you know.
Laksa.
Laksa. No, I have to ask Tito Rica. I forgot.
Coconut liquor. It
Yeah,
was like
there's a name for that.
lambanog.
Yeah, the one,
There you go.
lambanog. See,
Lambanog.
you remember that?
So is that the same thing, or
Yeah, it's the same thing, tuba or
Yeah,
lambanog.
toba or lambanog?
Yeah, it's made from coconut,
Oh.
coconut tongue something.
And
Yeah.
in Quezon City, were you
Quezon
taking
province.
province? Sorry,
Yeah,
province.
city is a city. Province is the province. Like
province.
remote place.
But it was close to the ocean.
Yeah.
What kind of alcohol, or not alcohol? Were you guys taking showers with a well? Was it
Yeah,
like a
that's what
pulling,
we like.
pulling a well?
Yeah, I remember when we were little, we used the well. We
Mhm.
pumped the water, and then also like by the river, they have a river at the back of my Lola's place, and we swim there. And then I remember they have to dig like by the river, like to dig deep, and they're gonna be like, they'll call it balon or like a well where we get the
Balon.
water, and then we take shower there.
Oh,
Yeah, it's really cool. Some really remote.
yeah.
But they don't do that no more. They have their own restroom and bathroom there now.
yeah, it
Yeah.
sounds beautiful.
It is. Yeah, it's really, really remote.
And they grew a lot of vegetables.
Oh yeah,
like
vegetables like
tomatoes,
eggplants,
bananas.
bananas, mangoes. Yeah, it's
Oh.
really cool. That's why we're from the city. We love to go to the province because it's totally different
Yeah.
means of living. Really, what do you call this? There's no television. No computers there yet. No phones.
computers,
Nothing.
No. It was just all candlelight.
Yeah, what
and,
we used
fire.
a long time is candlelights plus the kerosene
Kerosene
lamp made
lamps.
of no gas.
Yeah.
It's kerosene lamp.
So you're pretty much camping.
Yeah, something like that. At
Yeah.
night we love it because we have to use the kerosene lamp. We look forward for that when we were little.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
And in the evening, did you guys just gather around a fire and
Yeah, we do, and also we chit chat a lot
chit chat?
by the candlelight.
Was there any like ancient folk stories or stories from the Philippines that you guys talk about, or would they talk about anything like aswang related?
Oh yeah,
Is that what happened? Like
Yeah.
in that? Do you
They
remember
s-
anything there you guys were talking about?
Well, they were saying about what you call, I don't know that in English, tigbalang. It's like a horse with a long leg.
Tigbalang.
Tigbalang. I have to know that in English. I forgot.
That's my first time hearing about tigbalang.
Yeah, it's like a horse, real big, ugly face.
So it's a ugly faced horse.
Yeah, with smoking and
Smoking, like, what do you mean
something
smoking?
smoking tobacco. Tobacco. I don't know.
Tobacco or
Something
marijuana?
smoky. No, marijuana.
Are you sure it's tobacco?
Yeah, I still remember that. And the aswang too. They talk about that, especially at night. We scare each other with my cousins.
Yeah, I've heard. The only thing I heard about was the aswang, and that this
Mhm.
aswang was like some type of like vampire looking creature
Mhm.
that has wings and
That's
flies
wings,
around.
Yeah.
And then
But their waist is cut like halfways. They're flying.
there's
They leave their half of the body somewhere.
there's no legs. Oh, they leave their
Half of the body cut.
half of the body.
Yeah, somewhere nobody can see it. Then they fly, and they
What?
call it manananggal or something bumfart.
Manananggal.
Gal, yeah. They have wings, and then they have something on their tooth, and then they will just grab you by the neck and suck your
I want
suck
to
your
suck
blood.
your blood.
blood. Then they said like, so if they don't have to go back, some if they see their half body, put lots of garlic there on their waist.
Oh, so the other half of the body is doing something else?
Yeah.
Like traveling somewhere else?
No, just there, stand still there.
Oh, it's stuck somewhere, and
Yeah.
then
They
travels.
just fly the half body.
The other half flies while the
flies,
other
yeah.
part.
It's just there standing.
Interesting.
Yeah, it is. And they said put lots of garlic so they can't go back anymore to their bodies. That's what I heard
Oh,
from
so
the old
they didn't like
folks.
garlic either, just like you hear about vampires.
Yeah.
Vampires don't like
Mhm.
garlic.
Yeah,
That's so interesting.
it is. Yeah, I
That
still
all
remember
these-
those. I'm glad you asked that. It's been a long, long time ago.
Yeah.
It scares us. So if it's dark, we're scared. We get inside the house because the manananggal or we might see a tigbalan. Because sometimes we walk in the dark there just for fun,
Yeah.
and they're all scaring us. Oh, there's an aswang there, or there's a tigbalang there.
A tigbalang.
I haven't seen one either, so it's just purely imaginary thing
Wow.
for the guys that tells us that.
Yeah, and the interesting part is that I don't know. I never heard about the ugly looking horse head that.
Tigbalang.
So it's just an ugly horse head with a body of the horse still.
Yeah, no, and with long legs. They sat on their butt and their legs is too long.
The legs were too long.
Yeah, when they sit like that, it's long. It's all the way to their shoulder. So
Weird.
I'll Google it and maybe I could see it somewhere there. I'll show it to you.
Okay.
Tigbalang.
And how do you spell tigbalang?
T as in Tom. I-G, B as in boy, A, L, A, N as in Nancy, G as in good.
Oh.
Tigbalang. See if it will show.
Tigbalang?
Yeah. T-I-B as in boy, tig.
Ah.
Not T-I-G, T-I-G-B-A.
Tigbalang. Here's a example I found.
Yeah, see? You found it. It's like
this
a
is the
horse.
first time I ever heard about this creature of a tigbalang.
Oh.
Look at that.
Yeah, it's back home. They tell it. Yeah, Philippine mythology. See? Like a horsey thing.
What the?
Now you know something.
A dancing horse, ugly horse face.
Yeah. I don't know. It's my cousins there in Quezon. They tell me lots of good. I haven't heard about it, but
Wow. How about any creatures from the ocean? Did they mention anything about the ocean?
they said something
creatures?
about the mermaids. That's all I heard. That there are mermaids by the sea.
How do you say mermaid in Tagalog again?
Oh my gosh.
Shokoy.
Is that chocolate? There's another term
there's
for
a
that.
different type?
Different type, yeah. I
So
forgot.
there's multiple types of
I
mermaids.
think so, yeah. I forgot
So what
the
makes the
name.
difference of
Or
the
maybe Jezebel
is
or
the-
something.
Jezebel? Isn't that a TFC
Yeah.
show?
Google it and see. Mermaid in. Oh my God! There's another name for that.
But what's the difference between a shokoy and the
It's the
other
same.
one?
It's
Oh,
the
the same
same.
thing, it's just
Yeah.
different name.
Yeah, different names.
Oh.
We just with little kids, we considered it like beautiful ladies, but have fish,
Yeah.
fish legs.
Fish legs, like a
What
fin.
they call this? The fin.
Yeah.
Yeah. I call it legs.
The other thing I heard about the aswang is it goes to like pregnant ladies, and then it puts down a needle through like the roof.
Oh, yeah, I
and
heard
then
about that,
It goes
yeah.
to the stomach, and then it
Mm,
sucks the fetus out like a
Mhm.
boba
yeah.
drink or something.
I don't know. All I know is that they just suck and stuff. They call that aswang. The
Yeah.
aswang.
That's the aswang,
They
right?
go on top of the roof. Tigbalang is different. Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. Now you know about tigbalang.
Yeah.
You're gonna read more
That's the
about
first
it.
time I heard about that. Any other creatures or stories they told around
Oh,
the
that's all.
fire?
Yeah, that's all I could think of. Tigbalang, the aswang, and the manananggal. Yeah.
What
That's-
were some Filipino foods that they made? Like specific types of foods
Oh, they
in the
love.
province that they
They
made?
like to cook food, fish with coconut, or crabs with coconut.
Crabs with coconut.
Mhm, it's
Wow.
good.
What is it
with
called? What are these
squash.
dishes called?
It's called ginataan, like
Ginataan.
ginataan isda, ginataan crabs, ginataan shrimp. It's really good. What else they're popular? Oh, the plantains or saba.
Mm-hmm.
They smush it in a small bowl and they cook it like maruya, and also make it like the suman that you like. They make suman banana suman. It's wrapped in banana leaves.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Just like for the viewers,
Yeah. banana leaves.
leaves.
They make it with flour and saba or banana, ripe ones. They
Yeah.
put flour, sugar, and then they wrap it and they steam it. Wrap it with banana leaves, and
Oops.
it's. I think you tasted one like that
Yeah.
before.
Let's see,
And
Cameron.
what else?
There it is.
Ginataang seafood. Yeah, yeah, yeah. We
Crab.
cook that.
Ginataang,
Mm-hmm.
crab,
Yeah.
shrimp,
With eggplant.
everything coconut. Since
Mhm.
there was an
Lots
abundance of
coconut
over there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they like fresh fish too. And what else did they cook? Yeah, the saba. Yeah, usually that's their specialty, the ginataan. And we like also the paksi or the one with vinegar, the galunggong or mackerel with vinegar.
They just soak the
Yeah, they cook it.
galunggong.
Yeah, they cook it with vinegar and garlic and pepper. It's really their
Mm.
delicacy there.
What were tamarind trees abundant there too?
Yeah, we have a few tamarind trees.
Yeah,
We
'cause
we
you
cook.
make sinigang out of that, right?
Yeah, yeah, sinigang. And the kamyas, there's a fruit called kamyas. It's like a elongated small green one, and it's really sour. Kamyas.
Kamyas. So
Kamias.
so
kamyas.
kamyas was. Oh, there it is.
For
It
the
looks like a tamarind. Huh?
Yeah, it look like a tamarind. It's really sweet. Oh, there's a tree there at my grandma's house, and I climbed that tree.
You used to climb trees.
Yeah. That's why they call me with different name, because I love to climb trees and go upside down and eat that sour stuff. The
Oh,
kamyas.
I didn't know. I never knew you were a climber.
I'm a climber.
tree
When I
climber.
was little. Yeah, because they all say, where's when they call me Marite.
Marite.
Where's Marite? Then she said, oh, she's there up there by the tree. Because I think I lived there for a few months because my mom, gave birth to
in
Tita
Quezon?
Alet, in Quezon.
Oh.
So they asked my Lola to babysit me. So
Wait, so how old were you? Well,
I think I may be 6 or 7 years old, something like that.
6 or 7. So you're
Yeah.
like a first grader
Yeah,
living
yeah.
in Quezon.
Quezon,
So
yeah.
you
Just
weren't
for a
going.
few months.
Were you going to school at that time?
I
or-
wasn't going to school that time yet.
No, just
Yeah.
climbing
Just-
trees.
Yeah, climbing trees.
And you would eat the
kamyas.
The kamyas.
Yeah.
This
The
kamyas
sour
right
one.
there.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really good. When it's sweet, but it's good for sinigang too.
Yeah. I heard
Yeah.
you had a pet monkey.
Oh yeah, that's my dad's pet. We were in Manila. and
What
we
was the name of this pet?
Lucy.
Lucy.
And I remember she put a lot of food in her, chick thing, and then when he
Like a
eats,
hamster.
does the hamster put
Oh,
that too?
it's hamsters stick their food in the cheeks and they save it for later.
Oh, I didn't know that. So the monkeys like that, they put and then they will just squish it and then they eat. Yeah. Yeah, they hide
Oh,
their
so it's
food
in
by
like
the
the
cheek.
throat?
It's
or
a
the-
sack. There's a sack there by their cheek thing down
Ah.
here.
What kind of monkey was that?
It's a little small one. She's really cute. Every time my dad comes home, like we were upstairs, and when he hears the bell and it's time for my dad to come home, he'll be so crazy, running and saying, "Arr!" Like he's happy to
It was
see my
in
dad.
the house?
Yeah, it was by the rooftop. He has a cage there and a little what do you call this, climber thing for him.
Oh, so
And,
it'll-
and he's also tied up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he cannot go around the house because he will bite you.
He'll bite you.
Oh yeah,
Like where would he bite
anywhere.
you? They're smart, right?
Oh yeah, they're pretty smart.
Would they
Yeah.
go around and eat the food inside the house somehow?
We
or-
haven't put him out, inside the house. He's just tied up because we're lots of, kids, and my
Yeah.
dad don't want him loose because he might bite the little, my other little sisters.
So whose
before.
idea was to get a monkey and
I think
put
my
it-
dad. My dad. We went to the fry. We got it from Quezon too.
Oh, it
and
was from
he-
Quezon?
Yeah, and he likes to have a monkey.
He wanted the
so-
monkey.
so why not?
What other pets did you guys have in the Philippines?
Oh no, just that one.
Lucy?
We were upstairs, and then my other cousin is downstairs, like Tita Cho. They have
Yeah.
dogs there, but with us we have monkey, just one, and he passed away.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's so
he's,
interesting.
yeah. We were just little when.
What were the cross streets that you lived?
What do you
in?
mean?
Like what or were there street names
Yeah, there's
in
streets
Manila
name,
that
yeah.
you were living in?
Yeah, ours is the Gonoy Street, and the next corner is Coral Street.
Corral and
yeah, the Gonoy.
The Gonoy.
Yeah.
What is the Gonoy?
It's just like a name.
A name of a person?
I don't know. Maybe I didn't. I wasn't looking for that.
Yeah.
But a lot of street names next to us is Coral. It's like stones. Coral, and your tita lives in Ruby. It's like
Mhm.
stones. The next one is Sapiro, Ours the
That's
Gonoy.
Japanese, Sapporo, right?
No, Sapiro is like
Sapporo. I thought it was
Spanish
Sapporo.
Spanish name for stones, kind of stones like sapphire, but they call it Zapiro. Maybe Spanish.
Yeah. And so yesterday we were talking about Dad, and
Mhm.
you were telling us that he was your neighbor,
Oh yeah, yes, he lives across.
like directly across the street.
Yeah, yeah. We're in the we're in the second floor balcony, and they have a first and second two-story house, and they're
Yeah.
across the street.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Boy next door. And the girl next door.
and the girl next door.
So when did you first see him and like take notice of Dad?
Well, actually, I remembered when I was young. I was in the balcony. I saw him dancing by his room
He
there.
was dancing.
Yeah, like
in
by the
his
mirror.
room?
Yeah, by the mirror.
By the mirror. Did he know you were watching?
No. I think I have a crush on him already, but I just didn't, bother because I'm shy. Oh, I didn't
Well,
bother.
how old were you?
Gosh. I don't remember. Maybe teenager already. Because I'm very shy.
Yeah.
I'm home all the time and I never go out. So I just look at him there and then. He doesn't know I'm looking at him.
So you're in the second story as
There's-
well.
Yeah.
You're on the second story of your
Mhm.
house, and then
Yeah.
you saw Dad in the second story of his house.
Yeah.
The window
In-
was
in-
open. Like,
Yeah. The window.
what kind of window? What did this window look like? What
It's
did it
just
have,
like a frame.
just
There's
a
a
frame
frame,
window?
yeah. Then there's like like partition.
I was imagining like a window, open window.
No,
you
it's
know,
not.
with
It has a like what do you call this? It's like a frame, a
just a regular
square,
frame square.
square. Because
Yeah.
back home, it's for safety. They use that.
So what kind of dancing was he doing?
He was that. Oh, I remember the song. It's the Cascade, the Rhythm of the Rain.
Cascade Rhythm of the Rain.
Yeah, the Cascades. They're the singers, the group singer,
Yeah.
and he just was just doing like that. He's just practicing. I
Well,
think.
you could hear the music.
Yeah, because it was loud.
Oh.
Because it's just across the street.
Yeah. So it caught your attention, and
Yeah,
you
and then I
just.
said, oh, I like him, but I just
So what did you like about him when you saw him dancing in the window?
I don't know. Maybe. What did I like?
Did he have
him?
long hair?
No,
during
he
that
doesn't
time?
have long hair before. He's just. I don't know. I just like him. That's all.
You found him attractive.
Yeah, I found it attractive. And then when he dressed up, is really cool. When he dressed up when he was younger, like he's skinny and a little tall, but he knows
and
how to
this-
dress up.
This was the 60s or 70s, or
My gosh, maybe 70s.
do you remember what he was wearing?
What?
Do you remember what he was wearing?
I don't. Mm-mm.
Just like a collared shirt and
Just dark colored shirt, and he was facing the mirror, and he was just doing like that, like dancing with a girl.
practicing
Yeah,
like
practicing, yeah.
dancing with a girl.
Yeah, something like that. That's how I interpret it. Like trying to know how to dance with a girl, something like that.
Oh,
Practicing.
interesting.
You probably thought he's dancing like
Yeah,
that.
dancing by himself, but not
No,
like
No, he was holding like that.
He was
and
probably
then
practicing
practicing
'cause
how to hold a girl, how to dance.
like a
something-
waltz or something.
Yeah,
Because
something
I know
like that.
Filipinos are into dancing, doing tango or
No, not this one is not like a sweet dance, something like that.
what's a sweet dance?
Like sweet dance is you just dance and hold the girl with the
Oh.
romantic
Just like
music.
slow, like
Slow dance.
dancing.
We call it sweet dance.
Sweet dance.
That's
Did
what
you hear
we
that,
call
everybody? They call it sweet
Sweet dance.
So sweet. And so when was the first time you and Dad met?
I think he called me at home in my phone, something like that.
You just called the house phone. How did he?
I don't know how I get the number, but he was interested with me. Like, I said, "Whoa." I said, "Who are you?"
And what?
He probably got it from my cousin,
Oh.
So
So he just you hear the phone ringing, and then
yeah, I just
someone else
answered.
answered, or you
No,
answered
I
it.
think it's me that answered, and then he said, "Is this what did he call me, Marite or something? I don't remember because I have two names, Marite or Christina." Who is it? This is Ray, your neighbor. I just want to talk to you, something like that. He was flirting with me.
He just wanted to talk to you, huh?
I know. I was just quiet, but I think it's really the Cupid thing. I like him, and I think he
you,
likes me.
just like natural attraction, just like
No, I
magnets,
yeah, I don't say
gravitating.
Yeah, I don't even say anything to him, but he just called me.
And
He
you
said,
just
I'm
called?
interested. He was saying he was interested to know me, something like that. So
Wow. Go
Isn't it
dad.
something? Huh?
Go dad. That's why I exist in this
Exist.
world.
So you exist in your world.
Because of mom and dad. So you guys
And
are
that's
okay.
something. And
So,
that's something. I don't
yeah.
even say something. Then I didn't know that he was interested. With me, I just like him, just like my crush. And
Yeah.
that's all I could say. But
So would he call you all the time, or did after that first phone call, like, did he
First
ask
phone
you out
call?
already?
uh, gosh, how did we met?
Or any memory like that?
I think he. Gosh, it's been a long time. I think. Oh, I was. I think. I was already in college. I think when he called me, like in college. I
Oh,
was
in
in college
college.
already. Before, when he was my crush, I was like a teenager and stuff, and we didn't talk to each other because I don't socialize because I study all the time and I don't. And then my dad is so strict, going out.
No one
So
goes out. No partying. Nothing.
no partying. So I think I think that was already in college.
Yeah.
And he asked me to meet him. I was in the university, and I met. We just ate out and stuff, and
Yeah.
then
Where did you guys go eat?
Oh, we like to eat in this in Quiapo. There's a place to eat like siopaw and pancit and stuff, or spaghetti, whatever. Something place is good.
Yeah. Where's Quiapo?
It's
Is
oh
this
my
like-
god, if you haven't been there, it's like
Is it close
it's
to
in the
Manila?
city. Yeah, something like, oh god, I don't know how many hours. 40 minutes because of the traffic.
You guys just took a bus or what?
Yeah,
to travel there?
we don't have any car. Just use bus to go to school, and we meet each other, and we just talk.
Yeah. And then I remember talking about. Okay. So you guys did you guys get together? Like, did he ask you to be his girlfriend at one point, or?
Oh yeah, he said. I said I'm not into having boyfriends yet because I'm studying. And then he said, "Why don't we try and be girlfriends and boyfriends?" So I said, "Okay." And he said, "If you don't like me, we can break up." What a deal, huh?
What a deal.
What a deal.
Yeah. So I mean, before that, did he try like kissing you or something?
Oh
or?
no, he doesn't. He doesn't. We just talk.
And and then you said you caught him under a bridge holding hands with another.
Oh, with
Girl?
a girlfriend. It's a long time ago. That was in college too. Yeah, I did saw him. I was mad.
And what did you do?
Oh, me?
When you
We
caught him.
departed. No, I just
Or
said.
actually, what
When
were
I
you doing?
saw him, we were walking around to get a bus to go back home, and I think they're going that way too. Maybe that's probably why we
Ran into each
we
other.
ran into each other, and then I didn't talk to him, and that's it. And then
Yeah.
when I went home, he called me at home and said, he said, she's not really, I don't like her. It's just, why are you dating her? I said, why are you with her? Or it's just like, he just invited me to go out, and I said, why are you holding hands? What does it mean? Oh no, I really don't like her. I like you. You're my special girl. She thought, but he was crying because I broke up.
He
with
was
him.
crying.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
he was, because I told him I don't like.
You didn't want to be with him anymore.
Yeah.
Right?
But anyway,
And this was when you were in college, right?
yeah. He keeps bugging me on the phone, and when I go to school, he goes there where I ride the bus, and he goes there and follow me around.
Just waiting for you.
Waiting for me.
Stalking you.
Yeah, stalking me. Yeah, he wouldn't
Okay.
let me go. He was persistent.
So during that time in college, were you studying nursing already?
Oh yeah, I was studying nursing. Yeah.
So, or before that, didn't he tell you that you were asking him that what should I study in college?
Oh yes. Actually, I really want to be a nurse, but he was the one that told me to take nursing
Mm-hmm.
because it has more good opportunities there. But I really like to be a nurse. That's my passion. To take care of people and make them feel better.
Yeah.
Plus, he said you can go to the States too, because you can earn more there than here back home.
How did you guys know that you could go to the States?
Oh,
Was there like a program going on?
Yeah, there's a program. There's a lot of nurses that goes after they graduate, they go back.
They
come
go back
here.
there.
Come because we're not paid well in the Philippines.
In the Philippines.
Yeah, it's really hard work there, and it's not enough to raise a family
Mm-hmm.
and raise yourself too. So
there was Filipinos traveling to the United States before you, like.
oh yeah, like it's called like a tunnel, like a brainstorm. What is that called? Brainstorming. Like they train a lot of nurses in the Philippines, and a
Mhm.
lot of them don't stay. They go to the United States, Canada, anywhere,
Yeah.
because we're paid more there, and then petition for family to come over,
Oh.
because Philippines is really, you know, not a good place. There's not a lot of future there if you
Yeah.
have kids and family, and up to now it's still the same,
Oh.
like dirty politics and stuff.
Yeah, yeah. And so you traveled or you studied as a nurse, and then you just traveled, or I mean, you graduated,
Mm-hmm.
and what was the transition from graduating?
Or when I graduated, I just so I can apply abroad. I took a job for experience back home in the
Mhm.
same place I graduated, University of Santo Tomas. I worked there for a year just for experience in the hospital. So I have more hands on when I graduated. Then
That's in the Philippines,
Yeah.
San Tomas.
yeah, and then I went on a private nursing because I applied for agency to help me go to the States to work as a nurse. So I was lucky I got accepted.
Okay. And what was that agency like?
The agency we call it Fit for a Queen.
Fit for a Queen.
Yeah. They recruit nurses back home. I think the hospital here in the States give them some money per head nurse, each head nurse, so they can petition and contract with them, like how
Yeah.
much they're gonna be paid, and they make money from us. Like
Yeah. They're like
Yeah.
a recruiting agency.
yeah, that's the one. Yeah, recruiting. That was
Okay.
very popular before. Yeah.
And how were you feeling when you found out that you were able to travel to the United States?
Oh, I was so happy, because it's gonna give me good future for my family and my kids to be, and if
Mhm.
I have a family. Yeah, it was tough though, hard, because
Yeah.
it's the adjustment
Oh yeah.
with your culture, Filipino culture and American culture.
So when did you travel to the United States? When did
I
where-
graduated 76. I came here
76?
78.
Oh, you came here in 78.
Yeah, 1978.
What was the
In-
first city that you landed in?
I went to Albion, Michigan. It's a community hospital. It's close by Detroit, like an hour drive.
By
think.
Detroit.
Yeah, by Detroit.
Alden, Michigan.
Albion, Albion, Michigan.
Albion.
There were 5 nurses that came there. They gave us housing and stuff that we have to pay. And we're the first Filipino nurses that came over there.
The very first Filipino, nurses.
Yeah.
How
They
was so? You're on a flight. Is the flight from the Philippines to Albion?
No, we landed first to Los Angeles first, and then from Los Angeles we went to Michigan, Detroit. Yeah,
Detroit, Michigan.
The administrator picked us up the hospital.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was fun. Something different.
Yeah. What were you feeling? Do you remember the feeling of like landing and just looking out the window, experiencing
Mhm,
America and
Yeah.
how different it was?
Yeah,
It's
it was totally different.
do you
yeah.
remember like was it snowing during that time or was it summer?
Oh, we went August. That's summer.
Mm.
Yeah,
Was it just flat land and
yeah, flatland, Michigan, and
no hills and
Yeah, it's they're very accommodating and very hospitable, the people down, because it's a small community,
yeah.
Albion, Michigan, and they respected us, like we're nurses, and they were impressed we speak fluent English.
Yeah.
Because long time ago they don't know anything about too many different kinds of people and culture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I remember you telling me a story about going into a school because they wanted to ask you questions because you were the first Filipino nurses.
It's the 5 of us went there in an elementary school there, and we were interviewed, and they were so impressed that we speak fluent English, and they
Mhm.
said, how come you speak fluent English with an accent though?
Mm-hmm.
But we said we were taught English in schools, and the books we're using are American books.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then one kid asked us questions like, do we live in a tree? And I said, no, we don't live on a tree. They're so innocent. We were so we live in a house too, because I think those time the kids were not taught that there are different kind of people around the world, like
Yeah.
Filipinos. Now they're pretty much taught that there are different kinds of people around the world.
Yeah.
Like there's white, Asian, what else?
Indian,
Indians,
Mexican,
Mexicans, Vietnamese,
Chinese.
Chinese. All they know is themselves.
Yeah.
So
It was just a white city.
it's all white. There's a few black in the community, but more on white dominated place.
What were other questions that they asked you guys in that classroom?
They asked us how long we took nursing, why did we take nursing. What else did they say? They asked about families, if we have families, how many kids not kids, siblings we have. Just some little questions there.
So
and how long was the flight?
Yeah.
They
It
were
must have been
saying,
long, like
I think
16,
14 hours. Yeah. I said, whoa, you're in the plane that long? I said, yes.
So when you were there, was it really hard to assimilate to the work style of being a nurse?
Oh yeah, because but in the States, the nurses there, you have to be assertive. Back home, we're not as assertive. Like we always depend on the doctors and stuff. But down here is totally different. You have to be an assertive nurse you're the doctor's second hand with the,
So by
assisting.
assertive, you were given more responsibility
yeah,
than you are
assertiveness.
used to.
Yeah, it's totally different. So we have to know what we're doing, how to save patient life and stuff without doctors. You feel like you're the doctor yourself.
Oh yeah.
Because you're exposed to patients a lot more than them, and then you call them.
And the nurses are really hands-on
Yeah.
compared to the doctors.
Yeah,
Even
we're
till this
more
day.
exposed. Yeah, up to this day,
Up to
we're
this
more
day.
exposed to the patient, and we know the patients better than they do
Yeah.
because we are close communication with them.
What was do you remember any patients or experiences of being a nurse? Like
What kind do you want?
Anyth-
The worst
anything.
one, the happy
Oh, well,
one?
yeah. What was the worst? What was the worst one that like? Did you experience any racism, like of being a Filipino nurse in the first time? Like, I could imagine that.
Yeah, there was one incident where in the doctors, like since we came from the Philippines, they think we don't know how to, do stuff like insert IVs,
Mhm.
like
They're not very trusting.
they're not trusting, and they were impressed when there were emergencies and stuff. We can do a lot of stuff, like we can handle it, without
Mhm.
their orders and stuff. So they were impressed with that.
Yeah.
And then they said Filipinos are caring nurses. That's all I can remember, that we have we care for their patients really well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How long were you there for in Michigan?
In Michigan, I think a year, and then when I passed my state board, we have to pass the state board. We went to Chicago because my half sister is there, so that's why I ended up going to Chicago.
Okay.
Yeah.
So your half sister, Mami Shello,
Mami
is what I
Shello.
call her. How did she end up going into America?
Oh, she was a registered dietitian back home, and during those days they're short of dietitians, so she was able to get, the Oak Forest Hospital. They petitioned for her as a H1 working visa dietitian, and then when she passed her board, they recruited her and petitioned for her as an immigrant.
Yeah.
So then she became American citizen. So she petitioned my dad and my mom and my sisters were petitioned by my dad though, because it has to be directly. That's why they're all able to come over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a lot of process. It's hard
Yeah.
to go inside to go in the United States. If you're not a nurse or professional on demand, you can't come here.
Yeah.
Very strict.
Very strict. And you moved a year later to Chicago, or Oak Forest, a little suburb
Yeah,
outside
suburb.
of Chicago.
I work
And
in a county hospital there, Oak Forest.
county hospital, county
It's a
worker.
county, yeah.
Oh.
5 years.
And I remember you mentioned you moved about 15 times,
Oh yeah, moved 15 times.
going to Albion.
From Albion, we moved to 2 houses there, and then Chicago, I moved like 1, 2, 3, 4, and then from Chicago, we went to Toronto, Canada too, because I have to wait for my green card immigrant
Yeah.
visa there. And then I worked Toronto 2 years, and then you were born there, and then after that the green card came, so we went back to Oak Forest again.
Oh.
And then Daddy didn't like the snow and the winter, so we went to California. San
California.
Jose. Yeah, California. I moved how many times? 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 moves, so almost 14 moves.
That's a lot of
There's a
moving.
lot of moving.
Yeah. Did you get homesick at all while being
From the Philippines,
from the
or
Philippines? Or just being in the United States for.
first timer in when I went to Michigan first time, I was really, really homesick.
Yeah.
It's really.
How's like.
Hmm?
Take it up in it.
Homesick.
And what did that feel like?
The loneliness and
Yeah.
stuff. Oh yeah, we're 5 of us, and we're all crying.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like Tita Josie's with me.
Yeah.
Tita Arlene from Boston. I have a friend from Cerrito. We're good now. We still communicate. There's 2 other nurses we couldn't communicate. We don't know where they are at. But we were really all homesick. We were all crying.
Just like group crying.
Group crying. Yeah. Ooh, we want to go home.
We wanna go home. No, that's tough. Yeah,
It
that's
is tough.
that's very courageous of you nurses to
To
just
come over. Yeah.
from the Philippines go to America.
Mhm.
Like,
And nobody, you don't have any family, no, like I have a family in Chicago, but she's too far away from me. So it was tough.
and the food was nothing like the
Oh,
Philippines.
it's totally different,
So what were
yeah.
you guys eating during that time?
Oh my gosh. We're, the same thing like chicken, and, we miss Filipino food though when
Yeah.
we were there.
But I imagine that there was no
No
Asian
Asian
vegetables,
no,
no
none.
bok choy, or
No,
like
there's
any
nothing.
interest, like string beans. Were there string
Yeah.
beans at least?
They have
or-
a string beans though, cabbage,
Yeah.
but some Filipino stuff we're craving, there's none. There's no Asian store that time. So
So you're just cooking chicken.
cooking
and
chicken and pork and beef
with some beans.
and then broccoli and what else, things that they have.
Yeah,
It was tough, but we made it.
that's cool.
Mm.
How do you feel about what's going on current day? Like, you're no longer an RN, just pre-COVID.
Pre-COVID.
How long have you been retired for?
Oh, just 3 years, but I'd been working as a nurse for 40 years.
40 years
40,
of nursing.
40. Yeah, I love
You're
nursing.
A nursing
I love
pro.
my work. It's too stressful job though.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
remember you taking care of dad at the same
Oh,
time.
that's the most
'cause
stressful
you-
life I've ever have. Working 24 hours
Yeah, working 24 hours as a nurse.
as a nurse with
you-
a dad.
Wake up at 5 a.m.
5 a.m.
Get ready and travel to Modesto,
Modesto,
to
yeah.
to work as a
Mm.
nurse, and then after that, just some background story. Our dad,
Had stroke.
mom's husband, had a stroke in 2010,
Yeah.
2010,
Mm.
and then passed away in 2013.
Mm.
So that was like 3 years of
Mm.
a very difficult
Time.
life, especially for you.
For me,
Like,
yeah,
that
it's
was,
tough, yeah.
That
But
was really
thanks to
tough.
you, Michael and Steph, and the family, you guys helped me a lot.
Yeah, we had a lot of big help.
Big help. Otherwise, I don't know. I don't think I can make it. It's a tough one.
Yeah, that was tough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a tough one, but I made it. I'm still here.
Yeah, no,
I'm
you
still
guys
here.
are, you and dad are very resilient people.
Resilient. Well, I just accepted it, so it's God's plan. So,
Yeah.
yeah, that's why I'm good. I'm happy still. He has some plans for us,
Yeah.
for the family.
Is there anything else that you would want to share, or
What else can I share as a nurse?
as a nurse even? Yeah. Like,
Yeah. Well, as a nurse, it's good that you have a nurse in the family in case someone gets sick. That's why I took nursing too. If someone is sick, you know what to do,
you know
and
what to do. Yeah.
you're the resource person, and that they're taken cared of, and it's good to have someone nurse in the family. For
Yeah.
and with a nurse, you have to be passionate with your job, because if you don't like nursing, you're not gonna enjoy it. It's more on you're dealing with people's lives, and it's a stressful job.
Yeah.
So, but if you make people better and recovered, you feel much better helping people out.
Yeah, and you probably helped hundreds upon
hundreds,
hundreds or
yeah.
thousands of
Yeah.
people over the
People
40 years
Yeah,
of
and I
being
enjoyed
a
it.
nurse. Yeah.
I'm more on a bedside nursing. I don't want to be a manager. It's not my thing. I like more on bedside, like
Yeah.
taking care of people directly.
Yeah.
That's my passion.
Oh, I wanted to go back into the past a little bit
The what?
and of the Philippines, the history of the
Oh, yeah.
Philippines,
You want to learn
because
more a lot.
I've been trying to, or Christine has been buying a lot of Filipino books,
Oh, yeah.
like
History?
yeah, some historic
Oh,
Filipino
okay.
books, and it's just interesting what comes up.
Mm.
And I was wondering what they taught you in the Philippines
About
the history of the Philippines.
we had Philippine history. It's there's a lot of things to talk
Like
about.
like when was the Philippines,
Independence,
or do you know what they were called beforehand? Before the
Philippines,
Philippines, before, like, because I heard that King Felipe
King Felipe,
is the Spaniard who took over the Philippines. That's why their name is Philippines.
Philippines. Yeah, yeah,
Felipe.
yeah. It's been a long time. I can't recall anymore
Yeah.
because there's a lot of things to memorize there.
Yeah. No, it's interesting. Christine and I were watching
Mm.
this comedy show. I think it was on
Mm.
Netflix by John Leguizamo. Is
Mm.
a Chicano comedian,
Mm.
and he had a skit called "The History of Latin." I forget what it was called. I gotta look it up, but he talks about how the same guy, King Felipe,
Mm.
was in the Caribbean, I think.
Mm.
You know what? I have to look at it again, but
Mm.
it seemed like they went all over the whole globe,
Mm. Yeah.
taking over islands.
Because I know we were conquered by the Spaniards for 365 years, so that's a long time. That's the only thing I could remember, you know. That's why we have a lot of Spanish, you know, words
Yeah.
and Spanish names.
Yeah.
And like a lot of people are Catholics too, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you know. So we were under culture, like we'd been invaded by us for so many years.
Yeah.
So that's the only thing I could recall for now. There's a lot of histories though about Philippine history, but I didn't memorize them all. Because I don't like
They
history.
didn't tell about the name of the Philippines beforehand.
You know, I don't remember.
just don't
that.
remember, yeah.
It's been a long time.
And the other interesting thing is that we figured out that our last name, our dad's last name, is
different.
Borja, Borja.
Mm.
Spanish
Mm.
is not the actual last name, but the
Mhm.
Tagalog name is called Magkalas.
Madkalas, yeah.
Magcalas.
Mm-hmm.
Magkalas, which means to
Loosen up.
Loosen up.
Loosen up.
So
Loosen it up.
yeah,
Madkalas.
I just find that very interesting. The small little tidbits of history
Mm.
and changes that occurred throughout the Filipino culture, and
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of Philippine history. You have lots of things to say about. Yeah.
What was did you ever meet Lolo's grandparents?
No, they passed away young.
Or do
Your
you know
Lolo's his name is Luis. He's a doctor,
Mhm.
and Consuelo, the mom, is a nurse too. He's an RN.
RN and a doctor,
doctor,
in the
yeah.
Philippines.
In the Philippines, yeah.
And
Yeah. I think the Lolo died. I think he died because he has this diabetes thing, and also the Lola too.
and he was a Filipino Spaniard or full Filipino. Like, who owes the
I think the Spanish one is the grandma.
grandma
Yeah.
was Spaniard?
The last name is Fortun.
Fortun.
Yeah, Spanish. Yeah.
And then, because I remember Lola, he was able to speak fluently in Spanish.
Mhm. Yeah, Lolo. Yeah, he
Yeah.
speaks fluent Spanish.
So the mom was a Spaniard, and
Mhm,
the
yeah.
dad was a Filipino.
Filipino. Yeah, yeah. That's why. They were orphaned early too. Your Lolo, because they
Mhm.
live with the aunt who speaks Spanish fluently, so they were taught how to speak it
They were orphaned to
early. Yeah, they were young.
a family
passed
member,
away.
or
Pass away. Their mom and dad passed away when they were younger. 7 of them. So they were some of the aunts and the uncles raised them.
yeah,
Yeah,
but they were aunts and uncles.
aunts and uncles
Raised
raised them.
them.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
cool.
yeah.
Well, thanks, Mom,
Oh, you're
for
welcome.
giving us a little snippet of your life story.
My love story.
I find it very interesting, and I'm sure other people would too, especially
Oh,
an RN nurse
Oh,
of 40 years.
40 years
The first Filipino in
Albion, Michigan.
Albion,
It's
Michigan.
5 of us. Albion.
5 of you.
Albion. BION. That was
Yeah.
1978. We went there.
1978.
And you know what? I was looking at my thing. We were only paid like $5 something per hour that time.
$5 an hour
Uh-huh.
as a nurse.
Yeah, in
Wow.
1978, but
78.
that amount is still already high, has a big value that time.
$5, right?
Oh,
Oh, and you
yeah.
were saying that a patient gave you a $5 bill?
Yeah. Because he likes me, and he said, take good care of yourself, blah 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 blah.
Oh, that's nice.
And he was so happy that I was his nurse.
Mm-hmm.
I put it on the album. Your dad put that on the album. I'm gonna look for it and show that to you.
Okay.
Yeah. It can be a vintage $5 bill, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
historic right there.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Because I said, I don't want to keep this. And your dad said, oh, let's put it and stick it. Because he likes to do that, like, something
Yeah.
souvenir.
Mm-hmm.
And there's still a letter from that patient of mine, what he's
Oh, yeah,
talk
you kept
about
it
me.
too.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm going to show it to you. I'll look for it.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Very, very cool.
Yeah.
Well, thanks, Mom.
Oh, you're welcome.
Thanks for being here.
Oh, sure.
We
you're
could chat
welcome.
again sometime.
Chit chat again. I hope I gave you something good. Especially the tigbalang.
Yeah, that was really interesting.
I
That's the
thought
first.
you know about
That was the
it.
first time I heard about that ugly
Yeah.
looking horse
Yeah.
with a.
I'm gonna read
Long
about
legs.
it because all I hear is that from my uncles, scaring us when we were little.
Yeah.
I said, "What is tigbalang?" Ask Christine if she knows about that.
I will.
Are we done?
Yeah, we're
Okay,
done.
nice chatting with you.
That was some good
Yeah, that was good.
new info I
They have
haven't
more
heard
things to.
about you seeing Dad
Huh?
dancing in the window.